How's it going, everyone? Andy here from 4K Downtime, right back at you with another 4K news update. Quite a few things to go over today, so let's just jump right into it as usual. So the first thing I want to talk about is Sea of Thieves. They're in top of the UK charts actually. They were first, and this to me comes off a little bit of a surprise, I guess you could say, because despite like Sea of Thieves' somewhat lukewarm reception in terms of its reviews and everything like that, because right now it's I think its average review score on Metacritic is like 69 or 70, so there's a good amount of people who liked it, who thought it was good, but then there's also somebody else that just kind of comes in, and quite a few people that say like it's not as good, so it got somewhat of a lukewarm reception. But to see it doing so well is actually quite surprising, because obviously Sea of Thieves is one of Microsoft's I guess you could say biggest exclusives this year, like, you know, with that Crackdown 3 and State of Decay 2. So I'm happy to see that the game is actually performing well, because hopefully if the game performs well, we'll get to see Rare do more with their other IPs, or do brand new IPs. Like, either one I'm okay with. But yeah, I'm actually kind of happy for them, like that the game is actually selling very well and everything like that, because like I said, usually when it comes to reception of a video game, chances are if the critics weren't so nice about it, there's a good chance that it might not sell very well. So I'm kind of glad to see Sea of Thieves actually selling good, because it was, like I said, it was the first on the charts, followed by A Way Out at number 2, then at number 3 was Ni no Kuni 2, 4 was Assassin's Creed Rogue Remaster, 5th was FIFA 18, 6 was Burnout Paradise Remastered, 7 was Grand Theft Auto 5, that game is just never going to go anywhere. 8 is EA Sports UFC 3, as well as 9, followed by Mario Kart 8 Deluxe, and then finally finish with Mario Odyssey at number 10. So yeah, good for the folks at Rare. Hopefully, like, you know, the game does sell well. So like I said, because the better it sells, the better chance of you seeing Rare actually doing even more stuff. Because the thing with Rare, I just don't want to see them doing anything Connect related at this point. I feel like you guys are much better than this. Like, go forward and give us a Banjo 3 if you can, a Guy Could Dream. That's exactly what I would have wanted from them, but we'll just see what happens afterwards. But it's good to see that they actually that the game did so well, because like I said, they're first on the UK's charts. So that's all good for Sea of Thieves. And next thing I want to talk about is, this is a rumor that's been floating around recently. It's regarding a Pokemon Switch Direct coming Wednesday. That's right, this Wednesday, so yes, tomorrow. Now, I want to talk about this here is that I want everybody to literally just don't expect anything, expect this to be true, because the Twitter user going by the name of Matt Hunt just tweeted this, like, you know, tweet out on, like, just says by, oh, he's got reliable sources and everything like that. No real evidence to back up anything, so it's an extremely bold claim, and to be fair, this is something, in my honest opinion, anybody could have just like said it and then and claim it to be a reliable source, and then, oh, if it does happen, then it happens, that kind of stuff. So it's one of those like out of the blue guesses for me. So we just have to wait until tomorrow to see whether or not if it is legit or not. And if it is, then yeah, like I said, anybody could have, like, you know, guessed that. But I felt like I don't think Nintendo would go out their way and just I mean, if it drops tomorrow, then yes, it will be a huge surprise that nobody saw coming. That in itself is great, but I just felt like this seems like the kind of title that you probably want to surprise everybody at E3, rather than just doing it as a direct. Or they could just do a direct and tease people, and then just like, oh, and have it end by saying that, oh, look forward to more information at E3 or something like that. It could just be a tease. It could just literally just be like that. But I just felt it's one of those titles that definitely fits better if it was actually at E3. But then again, this one, just take it with a massive grain of salt. That's the only thing I can say. Like, if it, just keep an eye out for tomorrow, and if it does drop, it drops. If it doesn't drop, then yeah, you know, it's just a hoax. But finally, going to the last thing that I want to talk about is Street Fighter. So, not a new game actually. There has been a rumor floating, well, this isn't a rumor anymore, it's actually been confirmed that it is indeed in development. Is a new live-action Street Fighter TV series. So instead of a movie, which we have already know that there's been 2 and neither of them were very good, so it seems that TV series is probably the best suit for Street Fighter, because it actually has the team who worked on Street Fighter Assassin's Fist, the web series that you could able to watch on the internet right now. I haven't actually watched the whole of it, but from what I have seen of it, it seems very good, and it does seem like the Street Fighter community and fans really did like it. It was quite faithful to the whole lore of Street Fighter, so that in itself, I give them thumbs up for that. Like, again, I didn't watch the whole series, but from the little bits that I have seen, was very good. And they are apparently going to be working with E1 to produce, obviously, the live-action TV series, just simply titled Street Fighter. The premise is that it's going to focus around 4 different protagonists, so it's going to be Ryu, Ken, Guile, and Chun-Li. And to me, they actually have picked the precisely the right protagonist that I felt like they really should, at least in terms of tying in with the whole Street Fighter, like the base of the Street Fighter story. Them 4 is actually the key characters in my eyes, like more important so than some of the other characters, but hopefully we will see them later on down the line. But choosing them 4, I felt like was the best way to go. They obviously have said that M. Bison will be the main antagonist, like, you know, who runs Shadow Law, like, you know, the global criminal organization. And it's going to talk about the whole thing with the World Warrior Tournament thing, that he's going to try to seek out the best fighter. Now, by looking at these 4 different protagonists, I already felt like, okay, so Ryu and Ken is probably going to be somewhat like, the theme of it is probably going to be somewhat heavily based around martial arts, while Guile and Chun-Li's one's probably going to be more like kind of like a detective crime drama kind of thing, especially for Chun-Li, because since she works for the Interpol, so it makes more sense for her side of the story be somewhat geared towards that. Of course, you're going to see her fight as well. I'm pretty sure that's what they're going to go for, but I felt like the theming for different characters might be a bit different. Depends on, like, you know, like they're probably going to have, I don't know, certain episodes dedicated to just that particular character, because I don't think they're going to all know each other. They're probably going to start off all separately and then only gradually learning of each other's existence, and then, like, you know, end up working together, that kind of stuff. I felt like it's probably going to be somewhere like that, but I am excited for it because I kind of felt like Street Fighter probably, with the lore and so many characters, yeah, it's really hard to do literally a movie, like let's say an hour and a half movie or even 2 hours. Like, you know, it's just not going to work. Like, you know, the 2 movies is already a perfect example of that literally not working. So I felt doing that TV series is literally the best way that they could have really done it. It's the same thing for a lot of other fighting games as well, because if you look at pretty much every single fighting game has had a movie adaptation, and I'm sure you don't need me to remind you that pretty much all of them were either terrible or barely, like, you know, just kind of like around average or something like that. The only one I really ever liked was Mortal Kombat, and even Mortal Kombat, you might remember that there was a TV series for it as well, and I did feel like the TV series was again done better because you have more time to develop these characters, you have more time to introduce them, set them up perfectly, that kind of stuff, and Street Fighter definitely could benefit from that. And the fact that they got the people who made Assassin's Fist, like, you know, on board, along with, like, you know, obviously the folks over at E1 as well. So I think it's a pretty good combination, and I do wish for this series to succeed, and then hopefully we'll finally get this kind of like Street Fighter live action treatment that I felt like the series does deserve but haven't yet gotten it. So yeah, hopefully, like, you know, we'll see more of it soon. Like, you know, probably start going to see casting, who's playing who, and hopefully a teaser reel soon as well. But anyway, guys, enough from what we think. I want to hear what you guys think as well. So as always, comment below and let me know what you think. If you like this video, please consider subscribing and giving it a like. If not, you can hit a dislike. This is Andy from 4K Downtime signing off. Have a good one, guys. Take it easy.